Watch on mobile devices or the big screen, all for free. No subscription required. Download Beely now.
My name is Jasmine, but everyone calls me Jazz. I live in Wales and I'm a typical 16-year-old. Right, what do you think of this one? This one. I do like this one. I might be the height of an 8-year-old, but I've never let that stop me doing anything. This is my mum, Bev.
Jazz?
I've been her registered carer since I was 13.
Can I have my coffee?
But now I'm leaving mum and home to go to college.
Is there water here? Not even in the Welsh Hills.
I'm going to start dating.
How are you, darling?
Much better now. And get my first set of wheels.
Don't think we need a 1.8 engine. Your carbon footprint will be bigger than you. Hello.
But it's not all good times.
I can't believe it.
I have to face the possibility of losing Grandad. He has been like my dad. I can't imagine life without him, and I don't even want to think about it. But first, I'm trying to meet my real dad, who I've not seen in 16 years. I need to see him as soon as I can, because I just don't want to meet him in a box. So this is my life as a small teen in an even bigger world. This is my mum, Bev, 20 years ago, when she was 27. And this is my dad, Paul, when he was 23. They were in love, and I wasn't even a twinkle in their eyes. Fast forward a couple of years, and it's now November 1993, and this is where my story begins. That's me, inside that huge bump.
No stretch marks.
Goodness gracious me. What on earth is that?
The voice you can hear is my granddad, Norman's.
It's just like puddings.
He films everything, especially me. That's my Nana Margaret. Until I came along, Mum was the only person in our family with restricted growth.
Coming out the belly button.
Slight breathing difficulties.
When I was born 9 weeks early, it wasn't just a new beginning for me, but for my mum as well. In hospital, she realised she had to ask my dad to stay away. There was a very big reason why Mum decided it was best to bring me up without him.
You're going to fight. Hey. You can breathe on your own, can't you? After Mummy had some nasty injections. Yes. And everyone was worth it. Right, stop. Stop.
16 years later, and it's still just me and Mum. Mum, can I get a magazine, please?
We're food shopping.
Please. Like most teenagers, I'm taller than my mum, but not by much.
Nobody saw that. What did you want out of those?
Not the salmon one, the other one. The world's not designed for us.
Excuse me, will you just get me some Buenos? Sorry. Thank you. Thanks. June, will you just get us some, one of the salmon ones?
This one?
What's that thing next to it that said Weight Watchers? Weight
Not on a
Watchers.
diet, are you?
Being small has never been an issue for me, but some people have a big problem with it. We can't just walk down the street and be not laughed at or pointed out. It's like walking out in a ridiculous costume and everyone looking at you. No matter what you're wearing, if you're wearing a bright orange traffic cone or all black against a black wall, you'd still be noticed, because people like to point out difference, because it's natural to look. Difference is brilliant. Difference is what makes this world, but there's no need to be pointing, laughing, shouting, showing all your mates, and that's what really gets me. Me and Mum live on our own in a first-floor flat in Colwyn Bay in Wales.
What we're having?
We're having fajitas. When I was 13, I became my mum's registered carer. She's got a serious lung condition, so she can't do a lot before she gets tired and out of breath.
Can I just sit down then?
If you want to.
I have been busy shopping.
Very busy, I feel really sorry
No,
for you.
I've had a really good day. I went to Specs.
I know, it must be terrible. I'm amazed you've done so well. Mum, I'm near a hot wok
I
of
knew
oil.
you were going to do something like,
a
Mum,
flame.
stop being stop doing.
She does like to wind me up, and she knows exactly how to wind me up. Mum! Oh, go away.
What are you doing?
Can you put that over there for me?
Over where? I don't want to put it in the wrong place.
But she only does it because she knows it winds me up, if that makes sense. Here she comes. Love you, Mum.
Jasmine is so good, aren't you? I love the way you work with the wok. You just are a wok girl. Should I put that away?
No. At times, it's like I'm the mum and she's the child. But one thing we both share is our love of adventure. Being small has never stopped us doing anything.
Jazz, you look awesome.
It's actually brought us closer. We understand each other, we know what we go through. Mum's always helped me go through the hard times, you know, with my condition, and and it's pretty sad and embarrassing to admit, but she's my world.
We've always been close because it's always been, she was reliant on me as a baby and as a child and growing up, and then suddenly I was reliant on her, and then it was a mixture of both.
Get away.
And now it's a case of with mum and daughter and friends.
We're inseparable, but all that's about to change.
Hello, mate.
My dream is to work with animals, and now I've been accepted onto a course to study animal welfare.
I got a place.
But the college is over an hour's drive away, so I have to leave home to live on campus.
When do you start?
September.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm taking all my stuff with me, even though I'm coming back every weekend. It feels like I'm a proper adult now. Well, almost. This is my childhood teddy. It goes everywhere with me. I used to always take it on holidays and things, but I'm not allowed anymore. So I'm just gonna take it with me for some comfort, really. Yeah. I think it's like a really big thing that I've chosen to move out, especially because I'm only 16 and also I have my condition. And, not many people would do that. But I'm really excited, I can't wait. But I know it's going to be quite hard at times when I'll be on my own in college and that, and it's a big thing, really. Nana? My Nana Margaret and Grandad Norman have always been there for me.
Look,
I don't know what else to pack.
Those towels won't need to go in.
Oh, yeah. I'm really close to them. They're like another mum and dad. What would I do without you? I guess I'm flying the nest now, all grown up.
Yeah. Well, we know what you're going to really enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you'll have the same fantastic time as your mum did.
Yeah.
Your mum went everywhere. She did so many amazing things.
Yeah.
And I just want you to do the same.
I will, I promise.
Those are a must.
Yeah.
That would get you up to your little shelves and things.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. I think we'll have to leave you at home. Take all your gear.
You ready?
Ooh, this is it, Jazz.
Excited, Jazz?
Can't wait. It's real now. It's the start of me doing what I want to do and doing what I love, and... We're all keen to see where I'm going to be living during the week.
This is your room.
Wow. Brilliant.
So you okay? You're going to be here for the next few
Years.
years.
I'm really excited, I just can't wait to get started, but I'm just so tired from all the emotional exhaustion sort of thing. But I think tomorrow I'll be getting up bright and early and ready to go.
Sorry, remind me again what time you're getting up.
7:30.
7:30. When was the last time you did that?
I don't remember ever doing that.
Right, Jazz, here we go. Can you manage this one, doll?
Yep. Because of my size, I've been given a specially adapted room. Yep.
Have you seen the bathroom? I'm moving in. Hey,
Oh,
how many years have I needed one of these? Oh, I can't even be bothered to stand up for shower. I'm going to sit here and shower. So we need turquoise, Mum.
Oh, look, we've brought rainbow.
Oh, get that.
Right. Rich. Oh, it's... I mean, I just feel absolutely elated for her. This is what she's always wanted. But I'm going to miss her. You know, it's only Monday to Friday, but I'm going to miss her.
Oh, Mum. Do you think she'd go some sort of trip to the safari desert? She's gone to the college. That water here. Well, even in the Welsh Hills.
That. Okay. Horse mad. So I had to buy her that with the horses on. That's a mug. When I saw this, I couldn't resist it.
Oh, I can't wait, I'm starving now.
Yeah, OK, let's get our gear then.
All right, well, let's...
Oh, dear.
I'll give you a big hug.
Saying goodbye is always hard. Today feels just like when Mum and Nana waved me off on my first day at school.
Bye, Nana. Going to school. Going to school. Tell them who you're going to see at school. Go off to school. See you. Love you. Nana, oh, do let her breathe. Nana's hugged her a bit.
Yes.
You need surgery after
Right.
that.
I'll phone you in the morning. 7:15.
Yeah.
Right, to make sure you're up.
Okay. And I need her up here.
My granddad has always been behind me, pushing me to achieve my goals.
Be in the forefront.
Yeah.
Do not be a little wallflower.
I know.
Get in there.
I know.
All right?
Yes, I know.
And be at the front. Okay?
Yeah.
And absolutely enjoy yourself.
Over the last 16 years, me and Mum have been inseparable.
Press really hard, fine work.
But now we're both going to have to get used to living alone. Oh, don't you see that? I can see it already. Oh. I'll be fine. Don't get lonely yet. I won't. So much. Love you too. Now you've got me started. I'll be fine. I know you will. I know you're going to absolutely love it. You really will.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I know. You'll come and visit me.
Jazz, you're not in prison. No, I won't come and visit you. Why would I want to come visit you?
I don't know.
You know, honestly, in a week you'll be going, please don't come up, Mum.
Now I'm alone, everything is very real, and I'm scared of how the other students will react to me. I was badly bullied about my size at school, so I had to leave when I was 13. A boy picked me up, and then he just dropped me again, but I landed on my knees, and that really did damage my knees quite badly. That just really made us think, we've got to get out of here. Mum started teaching me at home instead. I'm separating iron powder, sand and water.
And she's separated using filter.
And I can move it over to there. And you have to filter quite a few times before you get it all. Being homeschooled also helped because I find it hard to write. I can't touch any of my fingers, so I find it really difficult to sort of grip a pen. And after about a page, my hand starts to go sort of like tingly, like pins and needles. I've got too much cartilage in the muscles. There's nothing the doctors can do. They can't operate on it because it's too delicate and it's too close to nerves. And I don't want my hand being paralysed. Now I'm at college, I just hope I can cope with the academic work and that I get on with the other students. I've not had to mix with people my own age every day. I could pick and choose who I wanted to be with, and now I have to be with these people, and it's really worrying me if I'm going to like them, if they'll like me. And because I've not been in that routine of getting up, going to each separate class, writing 4 pages of work in each class, I'm not used to that. It's going to be hard for me work-wise and friend-wise. Being on my own makes me realise how important my family is. Last year, I decided to try and contact my dad. I'd grown up without him, but I wanted to know what makes me, me.
I found some pictures, right, and this is the only one I can find of your dad. And that's on a canal boat. Sorry, it's not very clear, is it?
Are you?
Yeah. I think you look like your dad. You've got the same eyes as your dad.
Yeah. He
He had very dark, wavy, beautiful hair compared to mine. They're sort of shiny and lush and everything.
How long were you together?
I met him in Manchester when I lived on my own in a flat. We travelled for a while. We went off to the kibbutz and stayed on there, and then we came back, and I was really tired all the time and sick in the morning, and it didn't twig with me that actually I was pregnant. And as soon as I found out, your dad was so excited and happy. He said, "Oh, we can get married now." I remember him saying that.
My mum was 30 when she became pregnant with me.
This is a nice... Let's get me in.
Oh my goodness gracious, look at that.
The doctors were worried I wouldn't survive, as Mum is so small, but my dad is 6 feet tall. No one knew if I'd be small like Mum or tall like my dad. When my dad first saw me, did he say anything, or did he just, look at me like, wow, or what did he?
We were just both staring, I think. You were like a little dolly that was all tubed up. So we were just like, oh, look how little the fingers are. But we were both so concerned because you were just covered in little tubes and things like that,
While I was in the special care baby unit, looking after me wasn't Mum's only worry. My dad had a troubled past. Mum knew he had a history of taking drugs, and now she was sure he was using them again.
When he was in hospital, he seemed to get worse. He seemed to get more irresponsible. So instead of, starting to put money aside and make the flat nice and get things ready, as I thought he was getting worse, more irresponsible. And I thought, I was looking after 2 children. I didn't want to do it. Physically couldn't do it. And I looked at her in an incubator, for a week. With tubes in her and things. And the heart rate, and I'm thinking, I've brought her in, she's not asked to be here. No, I'm never going to let her down as much as I can.
When I was ready to leave hospital, Mum decided we wouldn't go to live with my dad in Manchester. Instead, we moved into Nan and Grandad's house. Mum had to ask Dad to keep himself and drugs out of our lives. The last time my dad saw me?
Yeah.
Did he know that it would be the last time?
I just said, let me look after her, bring her up, and I'll do my best, and you will see her, at some point.
What did he say to that?
Well, he was upset. In fact, I remember him going white because of the realisation, It's okay.
It was a really tough decision for Mum, but I know she did the right thing. Dad's life was spiralling out of control. Within a few months, he'd lost his home and was living on the streets of Manchester. By the time I was celebrating my first birthday, Dad was in a documentary about being homeless.
My childhood has been in and out of care. I was abused when I was younger. That was one of the main reasons I got into drugs, to try to forget. When Bev left, I got into the wrong crowd of people, really, and I was introduced to people who was taking heroin. Somebody offered it me one day, and I took it, and I liked it. After about a week, I woke up one morning and I had terrible pains in my back, and I was feeling sick. I explained to one of the people who I was hanging about with at the time what I was feeling, and he said, "Well, you're withdrawing from heroin." I said, "No, I can't be. I've only been having it a week." And he said, "Trust me, you are. He said, some heroin and then tell me you're not." And as soon as I took the heroin, them feelings went away. And then I realised then I'm addicted. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I spent the first year of my life living at my grandparents' house with my mum.
Don't regret going to my mum's, not one day. He gave me no choice. Because I can't get that he saw her like that. With all the tubes on, and he's still... something in him just didn't...
I was on a self-destruct mission. You want the drug more than anything, really. I know it's hard to say, but yeah, you choose the drug at the time. So I couldn't have come into Jazz and Bev's life while I was like that, because they would have hated me. I would have still have had to go out every day to get money to get the drug.
Mum told me about Dad's drug addiction as soon as I was old enough to understand, so I've always known why he wasn't in my life. A lot of my friends have said, "Your dad's been missing for 16 years. Are you angry with that?" And I had no idea what it was like to have a dad. So it's something you get used to. It's like if you're born without an arm, you don't think of it, you just get on with it. Whereas if you have an accident and lose it, you've got to adapt your whole way of life. So there's nothing really to forgive, because it's Mum's decision and it was the right decision. Even though I knew my dad had problems, as I got older, I still really wanted to meet him. But last summer, I started to worry that if my dad was still homeless and using drugs, he could die from an overdose any day. Thankfully, I had my best friend Naomi to talk to. I need to see him as soon as I can, because I just don't want to meet him in a box, you know, because he might have changed. 16 years is a long time.
I don't need to be disappointed, and I don't think your mum wants you to be disappointed too.
I don't want to wait any longer, but I don't know how I'll cope with it at the time. You know, I could be fine now and think it'll be fine. If he doesn't want to meet me, you know, no loss. I've never known having a dad, so, you know, why would it be any different? But again, I might feel rejected and I might feel really bad, I don't know. I'll be fine. I hope I am.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get going.
My mind was made up.
There you go, Jess.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
And with the help of a social worker, I wrote a letter to my dad.
It's a difficult letter to write, isn't it?
Yeah. If we did meet and he did want to be part of my life again, I'd give him that chance. And, you know, I'd give him 1,000 chances. Everyone needs another chance. Hi, you know, I'm Jasmine. I'm 16 now. I'd really like to meet you. People can't change like that. You can't expect someone to just change if they've had a hard life. I've done so much that he used to love. He used to love travelling, he loved animals. That's what I want to sort of share with him, that there is obviously his blood flowing through my veins, so that's where I get it from. I feel I've got an empty space that I just need to fill. I just love to see where I came from and just fill that missing bit. I know this must be hard for you, because 16 years is a long time, and a lot can happen in them 16 years.
How do we end it?
Maybe I hope to hear from you in your own time. There we go. I've done my bit now. All I can do is hope.
You will. I hope he does, darling. I hope he does, for your sake.
It was all in my dad's hands. We sent the letter to my dad, and literally 3 hours after he got it, he went straight to a phone and phoned us. And I remember the phone ringing, and I said, hi. And he said, hi, it's Paul. And I went, oh, right, I'll just pass you on to my mum. I thought it was someone for mum. He went, no, Paul, your dad. And I was like, I just stopped and went, Mum! And just threw the phone at Mum, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. The first time I rung up, I put the phone down and I was just crying my eyes because I didn't even know he was alive. See, it was just such a relief. After years of where is he? All I was concerned about was that she met her daddy, the man that brought her into the world, and I wanted him to be all right, healthy and well and doing okay, and just not make her life more difficult, because it's difficult enough. One of the things I was really, really worried about when I was first starting to be in regular contact was where he was, because I knew that he'd spent a lot of his life on the streets, and I was nervous about would he still be on drugs. He did reassure me that he wasn't still on the streets and he wasn't taking drugs, but it was only his word. I couldn't be sure. So, and I was really, really worried that I was going to turn up and he'd be some tramp off his face, and it sounds horrible, but I had no idea. I had no idea. Neither did Mum, really, so that's why she met him first.
Because when we split up, it was 16 years ago, I need to make sure that he's okay to meet my daughter. Not that he's good enough, but he's ready himself, and he knows how big it is for her.
Bev and Jazz were in Manchester, so I arranged to meet Bev. I was nervous, but as soon as I saw Bev, everything around me just went.
You okay, yeah?
Oh, you look lovely.
Cheers.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Give me a kiss. Mwah.
You okay?
Just went from being nervous to being excited, and especially the way she greeted me by giving me a hug and that, I thought, oh, that's great.
She looks so much like you as well.
I know, in the picture she's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah.
I did think about them a lot, wondering what they was doing and would Bev ever get in touch with me. Because as the years went on, I thought more and more, that's it now, I'm never going to see him again. And that used to hurt. It gutted me.
Dad told Mum he wasn't taking heroin anymore and wasn't living on the streets. 3 years ago, he started a methadone program. But years of using drugs have taken their toll on his body.
I've made an appointment to the dentist.
You're going to have all your teeth done?
Yeah.
Why?
I lost them all, haven't I?
I know, but you don't need to, she don't care.
I know.
She's not like that. She
No,
don't
no.
touch you like that.
No. Oh, thank you very much.
You give me the best thing in my life.
I know.
You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
She'd not changed in the 16 years. Still looked like Bev to me.
That is my engagement ring that Paul bought me because we got engaged, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I always have loved her, and I felt the same when I saw her. Couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah, you can meet her. He's fine. You can meet her. He's a good man again. And he's got grandchildren that he sees once a month. He's got children. And they're going to be proud of each other. He was lovely. I was like, oh, quite fancy him again.
What did Mum just say?
Oh, quite fancy him again. He said, I really want to spend a lot of time with her, but when she's ready. I can't wait, that's why, oh, he was lovely. He was lovely. I've got some pictures.
Mum is really excited, but I wonder how Nan and Grandad will react to me meeting my dad.
It's important that Jazz makes her own decision and will go along with it. And I think she must meet him, because she would be puzzled for the rest of her life if she didn't.
I was worried about the first meeting. I really was very worried about it. I had no idea at all what to expect. I didn't know when I got there if I'd start crying or I'd be angry or I'd not want to talk. I didn't know at all what I'd be like.
I was apprehensive, excited. I didn't want anything to go wrong, you know what I mean? And I was like a bit shy.
My friend came with me and Mum to meet my dad. She filmed our first meeting on her phone. It was a little bit, not awkward, but sort of what do you say to someone that you've never, ever met, who is actually part of you, who made you? What do you say?
That's in Spain. I took it to Spain.
It went all right. We just chatted and, we didn't talk about what I'd been doing over the last few years. We didn't talk any heavy stuff like that.
You okay, Jazz? In the garden.
In your garden?
We just chatted. And it was really good. I definitely want to see my dad again so I can get to know him. But I need to fit spending time with him around being at college. Hello? Yeah, I'm up. Just getting up now. Even though I've been at college for a few weeks now, Nana still rings me every morning to make sure I'm up. It's good. Bye. Being small hasn't held me back at all, and the staff have done loads to make sure I fit in. We have to wear a lab coat. Everyone was picking small, medium and large lab coats, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to fit in even the small one, no way. So the college had the company that they usually use measure perfectly, and it looks just like the other ones, only for me. And I'm not joking, I almost cried. But I'm glad we're not feeding dead mice.
Today we're going to feed in here in the reptile room. So if we do the fresh fruit and vegetables first, and then we'll be giving them some live food afterwards.
Before I began college, I was really scared I wouldn't be able to keep up academically. But it's actually going well.
What kind of animal are reptiles?
Cold-blooded.
Yeah? So if we put cold water back in there, what do you think will happen to the temperature inside the vivs?
Will it cool down?
Yeah, it'll cool down, it will. So we put it slightly warm for them so that we keep the temperature nice for them.
Go anywhere.
The Mario worms can bite, they do have teeth. I would advise that you use tweezers with these, okay?
I'll use tweezers. I hate creepy crawlies, but if I want a career looking after animals, I have to get used to them.
Okay, so that is what one looks like, and can you see his mouthpiece?
It just squeezed on me.
Jasmine?
I'm not holding it.
You're not holding it? Okay. Oh, not good. Hands out quite big.
God.
Oh. Hopefully. Oh, is he really hungry? No. Oh, he's not. See, they're too well fed here.
Yeah, it's a joke. I've got to do my assignment tomorrow.
What's that for?
For college, for biology.
Oh, you like that, don't you?
Yeah, it's my first one. I've met my dad a few times now, and we've been learning all about each other. It's amazing to meet this person that I've never had any contact with, but is part of me, is what makes half of me, and realise how much we've got in common. He loves animals like I do.
I like that blackfish. The
That's
goldfish
nice.
with all black on it.
Yeah.
I love animals, so I think that she's got that from out of my blood.
And although he wasn't around when I was growing up, I've discovered we've got the same sense of humour.
That's just like spooky.
From the beginning, Dad's been really honest with me about his past.
I told her about what I'd done. She knew I'd been taking drugs because I was truthful from the start. Because you can't build a relationship with somebody on lies. And if I hadn't have told her the truth, then from the beginning, then what is she ever going to believe anything I say then? And she accepted me after hearing that, you know what I mean? So.
Dad hasn't taken heroin for 3 years now, but he's still on the methadone programme.
With methadone programmes, they're there to help you to stop taking heroin. It's a drug that stops you from withdrawing. You don't get a high off it, it just keeps you on a level. Hi, I've come to get my methadone.
Oh, hello, can I confirm your name?
Paul Wakefield.
I'll get it for you now.
Thank you. The idea of it is to slowly withdraw you then from the methadone so that you're not dependent on anything. So really, it gets you off street drugs, but you're still addicted to something. I started taking methadone because I'd had enough of drugs. I couldn't get any higher. I've died 3 times through overdoses. So I just woke up one day and thought, oh, I've got to stop. It's hard to stay away from drugs because I've been taking them since I was 14 and I'm 43 now, so it's been a lot of my life.
He knows how I feel about drugs, and he knows that I know all his past. I'm not naive about it. I know exactly what he's done, and I know how he messed me and Mum about when we were young, you know, when I was young. And I'm not putting up with that now. You know, he knows there's no drugs in our house, near our house, or in my life.
When I think about what I've missed out on, I feel gutted, you know, because I should have been there, really, to look after her and look after her as well. Her saying she doesn't want me to do it is making me more determined to stick with the methadone programme. Because I don't want to lose them again. And I don't want, you know, I don't want them not to be part of me again. You know, I want to stay with them and just be the best I can be.
They were really big. Dad's told me he's thinking of moving to Colwyn Bay, but I'm not sure it's a good idea. There's part of me really worried, and I don't want him to come up here and then let us down by going back to his old ways. What if he does, you know, go and take some drugs again or something like that? Because this is our home, this is where we live, and he can't ruin that again.
Margaret and I were very surprised that he was going to move from Manchester up to Colwyn Bay. It's something that we've got to understand and take on board.
All right, Jazz?
Yeah.
The beauty about all this, of course, is that Jasmine has really got her head screwed on. And she stands no nonsense from anybody, because I've been a father, a granddad, a big brother, a best pal. And when I was putting a little bit of weight on, she was watching me closely, and if she saw me go towards any kind of a cream cake or anything like that, that was it, it was gone. And she used to say to me, I'm not having you putting on weight, I want you to live longer, I want you to be around when I have children. So she doesn't stand any nonsense. Oh my goodness, no.
Even though he's only been back in our lives a couple of months, Dad's decided he is going to get a flat here in Colwyn Bay. I really do want you, like, in my life, you know. Like, I've spent quite a bit of time with you now, and I think we get along really well, and you're really a good laugh and everything, and you're trying so hard already. You know, there'd be no need to go back to your old ways. I'm just so proud of you.
Good, I'm glad. I just didn't want to embarrass you.
Not at all, you're not at all. Like, I've told everyone about you, and everyone can't wait to meet you properly and everything. So,
Good.
I just feel like everything's whole now, sort of thing. I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, well, I'm here to stay. I'm not going nowhere, so you're going to have to cope with that.
I think I can live with that. It's the weekend and Mum's up first.
Oh, joy. Where's Paddy? Oh, he's in the bedroom. Shall we go and wake Jasmine up in a minute? Shall we? Shall we go and wake the teenager up? Where's Mummy? Is she still asleep? Why is she still asleep? Is it because she's a teenager? Do you want to go in and wake her up and say good morning? Because I don't. I'm scared. I'm scared. Morning, darling. It's 8:30. All right. Shall I leave you for a bit longer? Right, I'll leave you to it. That's Jazz's packing. I'm gonna go. Jazz, you've got about 15 minutes, okay? Love you. I'll just clean up all your mess from last night. Oh, thanks, Mum. In the last year, she has become a complete, full-blown diva teenager. You're up? All right. It's, you know, really, it's the, oh, look, because I need you to just feed the dogs, Jazz. Enthusiastic, yes.
Mum,
What?
for the 4th time, where's the dog's spoon?
Where's the dog's food?
Spoon. Me and my mum have got the mother-daughter relationship. We argue and bicker about normal things like, you know, what time I was in last night, or Jazz get off the computer, it's 2 in the morning. Mum, I can't find it.
I'm not talking to you in here. I'm doing the medication and I get it all wrong.
Right, well, the dogs can't be fed then yet.
Come in here, please. And when she's in a bad mood, her head spins. You know, a very famous film, and I go, oh, I'm scared of her. Go in the bedroom and shut the door. I have a lock on my door now. And I say, don't come near the door, don't come near me. I've got my straighteners in here, and I'm not afraid to use them. Right, you hold me spoon.
Disgusting.
And then put it in the disinfectant. OK?
You don't understand.
No, I don't. Don't understand. I've never been there. I've never been a teenager trying to fit in. No, I don't understand.
When I'm away at college, it's not just Mum I leave behind. Wait. I miss the dogs so much when I'm gone. It's like I wish I could walk them, but when I'm here, I'm like, oh, you do it, Mum. But, you know, sometimes it annoys you that she's got to do a lot more. Pebbles and Paddy aren't my only pets. I've also got 2 stick insects.
Hello. Hello.
A couple of June bugs.
You don't do anything, which is great.
And Hemmel the hamster.
Oh, Hemmel's awake.
Now I'm away, Mum's finding it hard to care for them all.
Are you going to come out? Come on, then. Come on, I haven't got all week. Nothing to do.
Come on, let's go get the hairdryer out. Oh. It's Sunday night and I'm back at college. I love it here.
Hello, ladies. Where did you come from? I give them my room.
Oh, I'm starving.
Me too.
I was worried being at college would be like being back at school where I was bullied. But here, no one sees me as any different. I'm just Jazz. I had no confidence whatsoever before at all, nothing. And now, I can't remember what it feels like not to have confidence.
Chicken nuggets and scampi.
Oh no.
Can't wait.
Why would you want that? I've never hated myself or hated the way I've looked. I hate the way people treat me. You know, I've never, ever, ever looked in the mirror and gone, I don't like myself at all. But now I look in the mirror and I'm Jazz with friends. I love tests. Is that weird?
A little bit.
I just feel like I've got teenage friends again and girly chat friends. Another great thing about college is that me and my girlfriends are totally outnumbered by lads, which gives us plenty to talk about.
So have you seen any guys you like then, Jasmine?
Oh, don't talk that. That's my mum.
There's got to be somebody you've seen that you like. Yeah.
I'm just too busy. It sounds stupid.
Bill, Jazz, we know there's somebody you got your eye. Yeah, there's got to be someone.
I'm just so busy. I'm so busy, it's ridiculous.
Come on.
No.
Why?
I'm too busy. And that's the story I'm sticking to. I do feel like I belong here and that this is the place for me where I know coming here I'm going to remember my whole life and this is what is going to set me up for a great future. Although I'm having the time of my life here, I don't know if I can stay. Mum's developed a chest infection and I'm feeling really guilty for not being home to look after her. Every day she's finding it harder to breathe. It's like somebody putting your head in water and going, keep calm, keep calm, keep calm, and you're going, I feel like a very elderly lady who's smoked all her life in a young person's body, and it's so frustrating. I shouldn't moan because there's people worse, but I realised that somehow I've got to take a slow pace. Because I've always been the one who looks after her and who cooks and who cleans and who tidies and who supports her emotionally as well, I feel completely responsible. I feel like I need to go back home, I need to look after her, I need to sort it out. I really don't know what to do, so I've come round to Dad's flat to talk to him about looking after Mum.
So are you torn between living your dream and worrying about your mum? Is it affecting your work, you're worrying about her?
When she's ill, like if she's in hospital, I know she's safe.
Yeah.
And they're going to look after her, but if she's out, you know, on her own in the house, or if she's got a bit of a chest infection and she's on her own, I worry about her no end. And I'm used to her texting me in the morning. If she doesn't, then I can't concentrate on my work.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going on.
So it does affect it sometimes, but I try not to let it.
Yeah.
But I love her so much that I just can't help but worry.
No, you can't. Obviously you can't.
Like, people just say, oh, don't worry, she'll be fine. It's like, well, if you love someone more than anything in the world, you can't not worry about them.
It's just been you and your mum for 16 years, hasn't it? So there's not been any help really, has there? Just you and your mum.
Yeah.
And she's demanding, isn't she?
Yeah.
Start at the head?
Yep.
When would be...
I just got back to college when Mum's chest infection got so bad she was taken into hospital.
Does that cuff fit your arm?
No, it's going to pop up, isn't it? I think usually you know, the children's one, the paediatric one.
Let's try it with this small one. There you go, that's better.
Normally, it just comes into my sunshine and it relaxes me, thank you. And see, my heart rate's gone up. You see it? Shoot up, just thinking about her. And I've hardly seen her. And I'm missing her so much.
You know you're not to worry about her anymore, though, don't you?
I don't worry about her because she's having the most amazing time of her life. She's living her dream. Said to me, and guess what we were doing? We'd been dissecting sick from owls. I was going, why? She was going, I don't know, but it was great. It's interesting, but how interesting is animal poo and things? No, particularly when you've got to monitor your own. I don't want to know. Just want mine to be all right, thank you very much.
So how have you adjusted to just being?
Not at all, no. Not one jot. I can't start, I hate it. I hate not being there. We have very little time at the weekends because she wants to be a teenager now. Wants to be with the mates and partying and doing her homework. I said, can I have a mummy cuddle? And she's going, no, because you'll cry. I'm going, I'll try not to. And I'm going, nah, you know. But I just can't be in the house without her at the moment.
Yeah.
And Mum...
Hey.
Dad's come to the rescue. He's taken over at home so I can concentrate on my studies. Now I'm glad I'm not at home because Mum and Dad keep flirting, which is totally embarrassing.
Hiya.
Hiya, right. I'm getting ready to go to the hospital, so what do you need me to get for you?
Right, OK.
They're in my knickers drawer.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I know you know where my knickers drawer is, because you're always in there.
Yeah.
Can you stop wearing those green ones?
Yeah, they're in the washer then.
You really need some help.
Right, do you need pyjama bottoms and that?
Wait a minute, I need knickers.
Yeah, I've done that. I've put some in.
Oh, which ones?
There's some black passion killers with Betty Boo on them.
Yeah, you can put them in.
Some pink polka dot ones.
Pink polka dot passion killers. I shall make a note of that. Get more of.
Right, so that'll do for now.
Just bring me one nice pair, just in case a nice doctor has to come and examine me. OK.
Right, I'll see you in a little while. See you when I get there. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. I'm doing all this and really, I'm trying to be calm, but I'm worried really. So yeah, as soon as she comes home, the better.
And it's not just Mum Dad's looking after.
Pebbles, come on. Paddy, and some dinner.
It's made me realise how much I trust him, because I don't just let anyone look after my pets.
Yeah, have your dinner. Bev said to me, as punishment for not being here for 16 years, that I'm the animal carer. But, you know, it's just a joke, really. But I don't mind doing them.
With Dad at home, I can enjoy my course again.
And I'm going to ask you to colour in the white section, so all the bone.
Shall I start?
Same.
The humerus.
The next thing I've got to do is the dune beetles. You've got to be careful when the lid's off because they can actually fly. Because I took the lid off one day and wings sprouted out of one of them and it tried flying. I was like, oh my God.
Ready, steady, go.
Come on! Oh, you went to Mummy, didn't you? Oh, brilliant.
And who's going to bath her for me later?
I will. Mum's recovering and she's well enough to leave hospital, but I still feel bad about being away at college.
Hey, you all right, darling?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, just full of the usual cold and cough, so I'm going to let you do all the chatting.
I really do love this course, but I am worried about you and I am worried about your breathing, and I think, you know, should I come home?
No, Jazz. You're not giving it up. I won't let you. OK?
I just worry about you, that's all.
What will worrying do? Will worry make me better?
No.
If I'm worried about you, worried about me, will that make me better?
No.
And if you worry about me, worry about you, worry about me, will that make me better?
No.
No, so throw yourself into it. Do the best thing you can do for me is bloody enjoy it and I'll get better quicker.
Yeah.
You promise me?
Yeah, promise. Dad is now looking after Mum and all my pets. For the first time, he has a purpose in life.
I don't mind doing it all because it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good in myself that I'm useful for something. And it takes a lot off Jasmine's mind as well, so she can get on with her life now.
At first I was really, really concerned about Paul being around because it was just such a change. Everyone was really hesitant at first, like, you know, maybe he shouldn't be here, but they've all realised that
you know, we wouldn't have coped without him.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Thank you very much.
See you later. Bye.
Although obviously we've had our doubts about the situation, the most important thing that Beverly and Jasmine are very happy, and if they're happy, we're all happy.
Hiya. Oh, who's this? Oh, look at the dog. Oh.
Hello.
Ah, who is it?
Still in bed, eh? I've been out in the snow.
Not in bed, on the sofa.
Still same thing.
It's hot. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do all that paperwork?
No.
No. In fact, next time I'll walk in the snow.
Yeah. Right, I got milk, fish pie, and some chicken things.
I think it's fate that he's come back into my life now when I need him most, because there is no way I could, you know, be in college if he wasn't here now. Could you do me eggy bread now, please? Because you know how lovely you make it. There's nothing like watching a man work, is there? I do feel proud of him that he's taken on that responsibility, and he's quite happy to. So it does show that he does love me, because he could easily say, no, too much hassle, I'm going back to Manchester. You know, but he hasn't, and he's really stuck with it. When I began this journey, I knew very little about my dad. I've learned he really loved my mum, but drugs made him turn his back on everything and everyone, including me. Since we found each other again, I feel complete. And now it's not just me and Mum, but Dad too. Yeah, you can stay another week. Next time, I get a new man in my life. But I also have to face the possibility of losing the one who's always been there for me, my granddad.